The Lord is my shepherd. There is nothing I shall want. What is it about Psalm 23 that cuts so quickly to our hearts, especially when we're hurting, we're scared, or we're sad? I bet almost everyone here, especially if you're over 30, you've heard the words of the 23rd Psalm at the funeral of a loved one, huh? Think you know many of those words, huh? The Lord is my shepherd. There is nothing I shall want. In verdant pastures, he gives me repose. Besides restful waters, he leads me. He refreshes my soul. And even though I walk in the dark valley, I fear no evil, for you are at my side. And only goodness and kindness will follow me all the days of my life. And maybe we heard those words sung at a grandma's funeral or spoken at the graveside of a loved one. I know when I'm scared, sometimes I just go to those words myself. I will invite you to join me in making the refrain that we just sang of that version from Marty Haugen. There's many settings, but to make that refrain that we repeat from time to time today, as well as in our lives. I think it's a great prayer to go back to. The first time we'll do it, we'll have the cantor sing it, and then we will respond. But I think we need to let ourselves be shepherded. And so I ask, where does it hurt to be you? Where do you need to be shepherded? Where do you need the Lord to be your shepherd? I pray that each time we sing this, it will become a deeper and deeper prayer. So let's respond now, repeating it after the cantor.
Shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life. Shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life.
Of all the images we have of Jesus, the image we just heard of him as Good Shepherd seems to tug on our hearts so deeply. It's almost as if there's some part of us which yearns to be taken care of, protected, and loved. That psalm has been important down through the ages for Christians. It's also had an important place in our own American literature. It's even said that Abraham Lincoln knew that psalm by heart and recited it so at the graveside of a beloved friend of his who had died. There's something in our history that makes that psalm important to us, a place to go back where we could be shepherded. So I ask you to sing it again now. And please, as much as possible, let it be a prayer. Let us together sing.
Shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life.
Interestingly enough, it is exactly this need to be shepherded that we in this country tend to resist the most. Though on some level we know we need to be shepherded, there's another part of us which so fiercely prizes our independence, huh? We broke away from England. We broke the chains of slavery. We're the land of the free, home of the brave, huh? And we want to be able to do what we want to do, when we want to do it, and how we want to do it. And then crisis comes. And suddenly we realize what a house of cards that is, and that we don't even have it within us to shepherd ourselves. And suddenly then we find ourselves in need. It's interestingly that this psalm, so beloved in this country, in some ways goes against the values of this rugged individualism that we profess as a nation. And yet Jesus knows better. Jesus knows that we need to be shepherded. And so, as we sing that now, let it be an acknowledgement that we need a shepherd, that it does not all depend on us. Let us together sing.
Shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life.
Can you feel any relief at all in those words? I mean, does it feel at all that if someone else was your shepherd, it takes some weight off your shoulders? There's that part of us which so thinks we have to be strong and tough and in control, and to somehow surrender to another, to the other, take some of the burden away. On Thursday, I was walking across the courtyard to come to prepare for a funeral for a beloved young man of our parish, Sean Reeser. I walked across that courtyard. I was so scared and so sad. I was so scared. Could I have any words that people needed to hear in a way that could make a difference? And I was scared of the enormity of the pain that would be in this church. And I was scared of the enormity of the pain in my own heart, because it's so sad. And it was so painful to look into the eyes of Sean's mom and dad and big sister. And as I was walking across the courtyard with that knot in my stomach, I began to hear that song, Shepherd me, O God. I made it my prayer, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life. And something in me drew strength from the fact that it did not all depend on me. That somehow there was a power that, though a part of me is much bigger than me, the only one who could shepherd life for us from death. And the song just was there in my heart. And so as we sing it now, I pray that we will let it be a surrender. Let God take some of the burden away, remembering that it does not all depend on us. Let us sing in prayer.
Shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life.
And so, in Psalm 23, there is both challenge and gift. The challenge, of course, is that we let somebody else control. That we don't think we're in charge. That we let ourselves be shepherded. The gift is that we can let ourselves be shepherded. The gift is that we have a good shepherd whom we can trust, who, while not able to protect us from all harm, will be with us through it all. And that is our faith. And when we call Jesus our good shepherd, we know that we have a shepherd who would not ask anything of us that he has not himself taken on, and would never leave us, no matter what it is that we face. And so while it's a challenge to let go sometimes of control, what a gift to be able to let go of control sometimes. I would wish that from time to time we would let that refrain surface in us again as we again choose to let ourselves be shepherded by the one whose voice we can trust. And so I will pray now on behalf of us all And I ask what I asked at the beginning. Where does it hurt to be you now? Where do you need to be shepherded? What part of your life do you need to give back to God? That God might shepherd from death to life. And so I pray, oh God, here we are. Your people who need to be shepherded. And oh God, here you are, wanting to shepherd us. We remember that you alone are the good shepherd. So hear our prayer. Shepherd us from all of our wants and fears, from death into life. To you we sing.
Shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life. You have set me a banquet of love in the face of hatred, crowning me with love beyond my power to hold. Shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life. Surely your kindness and mercy follow me all the days of my life. I will dwell in the house of my God forevermore. Shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life.
Oh, hello, buddy. How are you? Not so good? What's the matter? Sad. You're sad? Scared? You're scared? Why? Yeah. Life is kind of hard sometimes, isn't it, oh buddy? And sometimes life is scary. Oh, Big Al, Jesus never promised that everything would be okay, but he promised that he would be with us to help us and to even work a new good out of the hard things. As a matter of fact, we've got a song for you. Boys and girls, maybe we should sing what we sang earlier for Big Al. Why don't we all sing to him? Let's do that now.
Shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from death into life.
It's hard sometimes, isn't it, huh? Yeah. Well, Big Al, the promise is that Jesus will always be there. And if you let him, he'll lead you to new life. Boy. Yeah, boys and girls, sometimes life is hard. And sometimes it's scary. But Jesus, he wants to be our shepherd. And if we let him, he'll lead us and be there each step of the way. Let's stand and pray.